going to do exactly what she did, or they were going to put her in a role where she was going to take on the character that it was exactly who she was in this movie. Trying to stay spoiler free. I mean, it's hard, but there was a much better way that you could have created this character. There was a much better way that you could have dealt with talking about gender and gender identity and who she is, and I just really felt like, oh, I see, you made another girl with issues. And I'm sick of it. Like, I am so sick of that crap. Like, the freaking, oh, I'm not a true woman because I can't have a child. Like,
that's
shut
what I was
up. And I know that's not her writing that.
No.
And so, of course, I'm, like, projecting on to that. It's the writing I don't like, but
when she repeatedly gets put in roles like that, she becomes like the face of that kind of character.
Yes, and because of that, I just have these negative feelings towards her. Not her as a person,
right,
but her as an actor,
as an idea.
Yeah, her, like the job she does. I just think, like, I don't know. It's tough for me because, again, she took on a role where it's like, oh, boo-hoo, I have boobies, and I just,
I will definitely say that in that regard, because it was at least a little more understated than it was in Age of Ultron, when they tried to give Black Widow backstory, and it backfired. Anyway, because it was at least a little more understated, and it wasn't just like, when did that movie come out? 2 years ago? Statute of Limitations. If you haven't seen it yet, come on. It's not like, oh no, I don't have a womb, therefore I'm not a real woman. It's not like that blatant. Like, like, oh no, I'm not a real woman ananymore. But still, it's the
only subtlety of this film.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know. It was, like, I think I am of the camp. I don't even know if there are other people who feel this way. We have to form together. Protect ScarJo. No. I don't necessarily like her because, again, I have very limited exposure. I mostly see her in action movies where she's playing very two-dimensional characters. So I don't know how she does in, like, a proper dramatic setting or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I will say that I got a little bit, just because of how I felt subpar the writing in this movie was in general, I kind of got a little bit of a feeling that it was sort of like a Hayden Christensen scenario with the Star Wars prequels.
Yeah.
Where he's not inherently a bad actor.
Yeah.
It's just that he was given really bad material to work with.
Really bad material, yeah.
So, I'm like, I can see that you were trying in some way to be, like, more robotic or something. Even if that's the obvious thing to do in that role.
Yeah.
I can see that you were trying, so I don't know if it's you or if it's the material. That's what it comes down to.
And that's exactly what I'm trying to say, is that I'm putting this, I'm labeling this Scarlett Johansson, but that's not actually, like, there are a lot of other layers to that. There's the writing, there's the production, and who made this character. Like, somebody, like, that's her job. She has to take on the role that she's given. And, I mean, you can't be like, well, I'm not going to do that. You know, well, they'll just find someone else. And I don't know, maybe with her clout she could. I don't know. But
yeah.
But ultimately, I'm blaming her. I'm not trying to blame her, I guess. I feel bad, like, being like, oh, God, freaking ScarJo.
Right.
Like, I don't mean it that way. It's more of the characters that she portrays.
Yeah.
Drive me crazy. So I get what?
Drive me character.
No. So I guess, like, I'm saying, it's not ScarJo, it's the Major in this movie. The character of the Major is just abysmal. Yeah. So, but still, ScarJo a little. She does a good job.
She tried.
She does. She does a good job. I just feel like it's very one note.
Yeah. No, exactly. And that's the point where I'm like,
are you trying to be robotic?
Or is it just that the writing is bad?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson, you see this, I don't hate you. You'll never see this, but I don't hate you.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway.
I think ultimately I ended up not liking this movie because of how nonplussed by it. I know nonplussed is the wrong word to use, but it because it has a negative connotation inherently, but or I guess it's kind of a neutral connotation. But it was just like, wasn't expecting it to be great. But I was hoping that it would be good, but then it just kind of was. It didn't really go, it wasn't good, it wasn't bad. It was just kind of there.
I think that's why I went in, like, I didn't want to see this movie. I wasn't going to watch this movie.
That's fair.
I had wanted nothing to do with this movie. I hadn't watched any of the trailers. I mean, the only reason I went to see it was...
I did kind of talk you into this, didn't I?
Yeah, I mean, I was like, that is going to be horrible.
Yeah.
I knew from the get-go that is not going to be good. I don't care if Waito's working on it. Mm-hmm. It is not going to be good. Yeah. And it wasn't. I mean, ultimately, it wasn't. But because I had that, abysmal opinion, I was like,
it was better than that.
Yeah, it wasn't the worst movie I've ever seen in my entire life, which is exactly what I was expecting it to be.
That's fair.
And so that it wasn't, I was like, okay. Like, I've been proven wrong in that it wasn't the worst movie I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I probably have a slightly more positive experience coming out of it.
Yeah.
Because, like, I knew going in, like, I was like, nope.
Yeah.
Nope. Yeah. This is not gonna be good.
I don't know. I got in the the sister video to this on the road review. I got really ranty as it was about just this film. So I feel like I've said everything else that I didn't say in that video here.
Okay, well, I can get a little ranty.
If you've got more, you feel free.
Why were her bangs sideways? Why? Why did they do this with her bangs? They were crooked. Why?
Because she's an emo kid. Non-conforming as can be.
Why? I don't know. It kept distracting me. Why are your bangs crooked? Fix them. Is your wig sideways? What's going on?
I don't think it was a wig this time. I don't think this is Pete's Dragon all over again.
I think it was her actual hair.
That looked like real hair.
I did. It was Wada. No, it just was like, girl. Like, I don't know. It's those kinds of things where I'm like I was legitimately distracted by that.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, this was obviously done for a reason, but what the heck was that reason? Like, what?
I guess it was to keep her having longer hair, because she has to have long hair as a female action hero.
I don't know. It was just her bangs. The hair didn't bother me. It was her bangs.
No. But if you think about Kusanagi's haircut in all of the other iterations of the franchise, she never has long hair. So she doesn't need bangs. She doesn't have bangs. Her hair is like anime. It's spiky.
Oh, well, that's because of anime. Anime hair defies gravity.
Okay, that's fair.
I don't know. Maybe that's what they were... I don't know. It just bothered me, okay?
After frickin' Ant-Man and Jurassic World, I am hardened. I'm going to say that, and there's going to be some movie that comes out this year that the same thing is going to happen to me. I didn't notice her hair because those two movies, whatever that was, 2 years ago, were so distracting. The female leads in both of them, their hair was just so, like, what is that on your head? But
I didn't notice that.
Oh, but I didn't notice ScarJo's hair.
I don't know how you didn't, because it was like a freaking division sign across her head. Like, what the heck, girl?
So...
Anyway, that really bothered me, obviously. Every time it was, like, straight on, I was like, what's happening in this movie right now? Like, hair. There's hair. I really didn't... I wanted to know, okay, I don't know if this was something that I'm just not privy to, because I haven't watched the entire, like, franchise worth. I've seen the 2 movies, Ghost in the Shell and Innocence, but I haven't read the manga, I haven't watched the anime, so I'm a little...
What's an anime?
What? Anime was a mistake.
That's accurate.
Anyway, so the No Law Zone...
Oh, yeah.
So, was that an illusion?
It's been a hot minute since I've seen Standalone Complex, but I can tell you for a fact it's not in either of the movies.
Well, yeah, I know that.
I don't know about Standalone Complex. I don't know. I don't know. Internet, tell us how wrong we are.
Yeah. Well, anyway, anyway, the No Law Zone, it was like, I want to know about the No Law Zone.
Yeah.
I was like, what's the No Law Zone? Why isn't it all neon? Like, why does it look like slums?
Yeah.
What? But the lady's house is nice, and the graveyard is nice.
Yeah.
So like, what is this? I like, it presented me with things that I was like, but that, as opposed to 60% illusion.
Yeah.
Not illusion with an I, illusion with an A. Illusion.
Illusions, Michael.
But anyway, it just, it was like, but that thing.
Yeah, that's more interesting.
Like, yeah, but can we talk about that?
Yeah.
Like, can we go back to that? Because, like, I don't care if you want to beat up the trash guy in the water for 10 minutes. I want to know about that over there.
Who, by the way, I'm currently cosplaying as, obviously. It's raining. There's water. I'm wearing this.
ScarJo's going to come beat us up for talking shit.
Clearly.
Anyway, that was another thing. I just felt like there were, like, these little pieces of movie. And I have a feeling this comes from the fact that it was written by multiple people, but it felt like there's little pieces, like, all throughout, like little sprinkles, and you would get a little taste, but then the whole donut was like a poop donut, so you got good sprinkles amidst the poop. And I was like, I'm still eating shit. Like,
that's fair.
I don't know, it just, again, though, I didn't hate it, so I think it's my expectations were just that low.
You weren't expecting any sprinkles, you were just expecting the poop donut.
Just the poop donut. Don't eat the poop donut.
With the donut hole still intact. So basically you were just expecting a pile of shit.
Yeah, and there was a little bit of donut, a little bit of sprinkles, and sadly, not much more. But it's difficult because it's like there are really good things about it.
Yes.
There's really cool stuff, and there's like,
but it's all buried.
It's all very much buried. It's all.
And like you said, whenever they present something that sounds kind of interesting, they're like, "Oh no, you don't need to know about that."
Yeah. We're gonna go back to this over here, and it's like, yeah, but I want that.
Yeah.
So it's really tough watching a movie like this because you feel like somewhere this movie was good, but the end product is just it's not.
It's unfortunately the version that we got.
Yeah,
like,
and so you can speculate all you want of how good it could have been and what might have changed, but ultimately it is what it is.
Yeah,
and what it is a disappointment.
Yeah. It's a poop donut with sprinkles.
It's a poop donut with sprinkles, and you don't want to eat a poop donut, even if it has sprinkles. So, I don't know. I'm sure there's more I could think of, but that's probably long enough.
Yeah.
You guys don't really like our faces that much.